Kabane the Christian has suggested that he and I debate. The topic of debate would be the resurrection, the alleged resurrection, of the Son of a God named Jesus, and the account of which is found in the Christian Testament of the Bible. I have a lot of respect for Kabane and his intellectual honesty when it comes to castigating his Christian peers when it comes to creationism. But as for debating on the subject of a resurrection of a Son of a God, I gotta ask, why? It is like having a debate on how the warp engines of the Starship Enterprise works, or having a debate on the favorite method that leprechauns use to hide their gold, and where they like to hide it, and how much gold they have, and what they carry their gold around in, and what they buy with their gold if they buy stuff with it. Why debate a subject that is clearly mythological, and why debate a subject when doing so would be clearly absurd and ridiculous and silly? Since we're on the subject, I should note that there were at least 15 other resurrected gods preceding the Jesus account. And if I remember correctly, I'll make a link to a website, my website, that has a list and a brief description of those 15 other gods. I should also point out that the resurrection accounts of Jesus are preceded by other resurrection accounts by at least 700 years, and that the accounts attributed to Jesus' resurrection predate Jesus, and they were clearly borrowed by early Christians and applied to Jesus. This is extremely compelling evidence that the myths regarding Jesus' birth entirely, let alone a resurrection, were borrowed by previous by the early Christians from previous religions, such as the guiding star, such as the following magi, such as the virgin birth, such as the heralding angels of those births. As far as I can tell, there is nothing at all new about the life, the birth, and the so-called resurrection of Jesus that did not already predate him by at least 500, 600, 700 years. Krishna, for example. So debating the subject is silly. It is utterly pointless. There's also a great many books on the subject. Why debate the subject? For a debate to be valid, for a debate to be worth engaging in, let alone observing and viewing, it has to have some basis in reality. It has to have some basis here in the real world. Resurrected gods and resurrected sons of the gods do not qualify as a valid debate.